Alright guys, so welcome to the album vlog that I'm going to do. I'm going to do another one, and this time around I'm going to do it on my phone and not have to use Premiere Pro. I can do it on my phone, I can cut it all together, and it means that hopefully I can whip the camera out whenever I think of something and it's there, and it's more content, and I'll actually do it rather than have to load up a computer. So this album that I kind of want to do is never really had the limelight, this Manouche guitar, so I've got all these song ideas. Another idea I've got actually is this one. Got all these little ideas. That one is really rusty. I really hope you're going to enjoy it, and I need to make sure I whip the camera out. It's more content rather than just a random song every now and then. So let's get into it. Lovely job. So, first song, I was looking through Facebook and I joined a group that was a foraging group for like different food and stuff. And I saw a lot of mushrooms on there. People not knowing if they could eat the mushrooms, and I thought that'd be a really good idea, the mystical mushroom. So that is first song. So I try and find an idea. So I write down like mystical mushroom, and then I've got to find a chord. So just one chord, and then the song's pretty much ripped, but it's got to be a good chord. So the chord I come up with, it's a B chord with a raised fifth. So it's like that's a mystical mushroom. So it's like a major scale. You got the major triad, and then you raise the fifth. Sorry, the chord structure that I come up with was this B. It's like an A minor with a flat 5. And then E minor. C major 7th kind of shape. And then I really like to invert chords as well. So I like to forget about the root and go to the third, and then the bass, hopefully, I'll have to jot this down, that the bass will follow the third note in the chord as well. So all together we got. Mystical mushroom, and we're going to go on a journey, and that's kind of what I wanted. That I didn't want the same progression to keep going. I wanted a complete difference, and it kind of like goes somewhere, because I imagine if you were to take a mushroom that you'd probably go somewhere. So that's the idea, and the melody behind it, what I kind of do is, so I record that into my phone, which I have done, and I've kind of played over it. So it kind of goes just as a chromatic thing. It does that at one point, which I think is pretty cool in the chords. So that was the progression that I come up with last night. I've got the melody for it. I try overdoing the melodies, and I come in too quick with the quickest stuff I can play, you know, which isn't any good either. So I need to really find some space to actually make the song work. And then once I've done all that progression, then I've got to find a riff. And I want to work that riff around maybe something a bit quicker, because I've done a very slow melody. That's the mystical mushroom. So I've got to write down, what else do I want behind it? I know I definitely want bass behind it. And the bass notes I spoke about earlier, you know, we'll use the roots, but then we'll use the thirds and the fifths, and we'll get that movement. I'm going to try and double that. So I'm going to try and double that on the left, double it on the right as you're listening to it in the headphones. It's going to be difficult to get that picking all in situation each side, because you can't copy and paste it to left and right, because it will just make it louder centrally in Pro Tools or your DAW. So you can't just record it, pan it left, and then copy it, because the exact same thing will just fill out the whole space. You need 2 separate tracks. I've got to try and play that completely perfectly with a metronome. Which is going to be a bit of a challenge. And on the outside, I'll do something a little bit higher, because you don't want to be playing anything. My melody is there. I don't want to be playing chords that, go right over the top of it there. So I will try and come up with something somewhere else. Percussion. I haven't even thought about percussion. So the cajon and my shakers and stuff. Maybe it could come in. Wow, the story of the magical mushroom. I'm just spitballing to you guys. I really hope you don't mind. What are we looking at on time? I could spitball all day about this. Like it. So maybe we could have a percussion intro that kind of fades in. I haven't done a fade in so long. Can't remember the last time I did a fade in. And what I might do is I might hold that one note. Maybe the drums fade in, and then I fade in with just that one chord for a couple of bars. And maybe I can highlight it with lead guitar. Do a high one. There you go, there's another chord for you. What's that one? That is a B triad with that note. That's a stretch. Oh, that's the A minor. Yeah, I think I'll do that. So pretty much got the song. So that's roughly where my head's at, guys. That is the first, with the help of the Sprout, that's the first song coming together. This is the Magical Mushroom. Could it be the Mystical Mushroom is the title track of the album? Who knows? But yeah, I'm going to do this in between a lot of other different projects. I've been chatting to a certain lady, the Atlantic Ocean. So I'm not going to say too much about that, because she's got a lot going on, but you never know. She might crop up and do some another project with me. And then obviously I've got my stuff with Tony as well. We've been doing some rock songs lately and stuff like that. So it's going to be in between all that. Hope you enjoyed that one. Hope you enjoyed where I'm at with it. Got lots more ideas. Love your job. Have a good one, guys. Cheers.